What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me. We are talking about the border. What is going on? And also, I talked earlier briefly about the whistleblower with the FBI and the DOJ. Let's talk about it. Or where they went. They caught 78 known terrorists within the beginning of this year alone. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Oh, my goodness. What is going on? What is happening? Okay. Do me a favor right now, share this, no matter how you're watching this. You know the routine and how I'm always saying it. Please share this, share it out right now. Okay, let's think about this. And I talked briefly about it earlier. I did a little short video earlier just talking about this. And this whistleblower, right? There's a new whistleblower that actually is talking about the FBI and the DOJ having information about Biden committing crimes when he was VP. What? So they knew that he committed these crimes, and it's been reported, allegedly, that this happened in 2019. Now, Joe Biden, if you ask me my personal opinion, he's been a criminal for a very, very, very long time. He's been a career criminal politician for at least 30 years, right? So they're saying that they actually had information, actual proof that Joe Biden committed crimes when he was VP with Obama. And they did nothing. They did nothing to change it. They did nothing to fix it. They did nothing to stop it. They knew about it in 2019. What year comes after 2019? What year comes next? Now, earlier when I did this video, I was telling you there was no other video reports of it out there at all. At all. There was no other video reports of it. And of course, I'll be hard pressed to believe that any of the liberal mainstream media would even take the time to even report on it, because they've constantly said that the Hunter Biden laptop, for an example, the Hunter Biden laptop, oh, that's just old news. Why are you still talking about Hunter Biden laptop? Because Joe Biden is compromised. He's 100% compromised. And the FBI and the DOJ know that he was doing this criminal activity when he was VP and they did nothing. Well, we have a video for you now. This video, they're talking about the crime that took place and they go into detail, and we did a video part. I'm just going to play this clip for you. But if you want to see the other information about this, is actually on my Facebook page and my Let's Talk About It YouTube channel, if you want to see more detail about it. But listen to this. This is information about what Joe Biden was doing while he was VP and what's going to happen. Personally, if you ask me, I don't think anything's going to even come of it. They're probably not going to do anything about it.
News from Washington involving President Biden. Our senior national correspondent, Rich Edson, has got more about a document that a senator and the head of the Oversight Committee in the House are looking for. Rich?
Hi, John. Good afternoon. The House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer says that he's issued a subpoena to the FBI in a letter that he and Senator Chuck Grassley have sent to Attorney General Merrick Garland and FBI Director Chris Wray. They write that a, quote, highly credible whistleblower says the Justice Department and FBI have a form that, quote, describes an alleged criminal scheme involving then President Biden and a former national relating to the exchange of money for policy decisions. It's been alleged that the document includes a precise description of how the alleged criminal scheme was employed, as well as its purpose. Now, Comer and Grassley provide no information on the identity of the whistleblower, what specifically they're alleging. In short, it's a subpoena for a document that an unidentified whistleblower says exists and shows illegal activity. It is unclear yet how the Justice Department will respond. We have reached out, John.
All right, so we don't know what this scheme is, only that it's believed that the DOJ and the FBI have information about this scheme?
Exactly. What these two Republicans are alleging is that there is a document that exists, and they've gotten that information, they say, from a whistleblower, an unidentified whistleblower, and that the document exists within the Department of Justice and the FBI showing an illegal scheme, allegedly involving the vice president, and that they are requesting that information now officially with a subpoena from the FBI and Justice Department. But these Republicans have not seen that document. And they have just sent the subpoena request because a whistleblower told them it exists within the FBI.
The whistleblower told them that it exists within the FBI. Now, if the FBI has this document and the whistleblower is blowing a whistle on it, the FBI knew what Joe Biden did. The DOJ knew what Joe Biden did. Heck, I mean, Joe Biden sat on a panel with people. And remember Burisma Oil, the prosecutor that was going after the company that his son happened to be sitting on? They all ignore that. And I've had conversations with liberals out on the street, and they all said, none of that's true. Joe Biden never said that. Joe Biden never said that. And there's video of Joe Biden actually saying it. And the interesting thing is, if I play that video for you, some liberal nut job has taken that video and put music to it. So his lyrics in that video now has been copywritten. So they give you a copyright strike for sharing the truth with you. But he straight up said it. He straight up said it. Oh, you need to fire the prosecutor. He just at this part that's going after the company that my son is sitting on the board on, or you won't get the $1 billion. And they told Joe Biden saying, no, you can't do that. You're not the president. And Joe Biden said, talk to the president. He's in agreement with me on this. So Obama knew about the fraudulent activity as well. And you remember, and I talked about this briefly on my LFA channel, on my LFA broadcast, Culture Wars. Obama, he knew about this. He had to have known about it. This level of corruption, and it was happening under his nose. He had to have known about it. Think about it. All of this stuff that's happening, and then they also say that under Obama that he didn't have any scandals. Yeah, do y'all remember that? Do y'all recall that? I mean, I saw them saying it all over Twitter. Obama didn't have any scandals. They said that he didn't have any scandals. There was no corruption going on. There was no collusion. They said none of that was taking place. Do y'all remember that? But apparently it was more than anyone could ever imagine with the corruption. Now, they said that the DOJ and the FBI had this information. They had this documentation, and they sat on it in 2019. Why would they sit on it in 2019? Probably because of the year that followed it. Well, Garland just asked the other day about the Hunter Biden laptop. Will he get involved? Will he stop them from actually investigating this? And basically he's saying, no, I won't get involved. I won't stop any investigation on this. If someone needs to look into it, they'll do it. The DOJ was involved in hiding Joe Biden's criminal activities before. It's already been shown where the FBI working with Twitter before Elon Musk to hide the Hunter Biden laptop. So who would actually believe that the FBI and the DOJ didn't hide, right? Who would actually believe that they didn't hide anything when we know that they did? Well, listen to this one. This is like a recap. I think I played this yesterday, but listen to Garland here. While reporters asking him, would he basically, get involved? Would he probably stumble on top of this investigation to prevent anyone from getting any information about the Biden crime family, starting with the Hunter Biden laptop? Listen to what he says.
You assured Congress some time ago that the Hunter Biden investigation would be conducted without any kind of political interference. And I wonder if you would believe that that is still the case, if that is still the case, that the investigation is not being interfered in any political way, since an agent from Mr. Lee's agency has now come forward claiming whistleblower status and alleging that there has been some kind of interference.
Yes, it's still the case. I stand by my testimony, and I refer you to the U.S. Attorney for the District of Delaware, who is in charge of this case and capable of making any decisions that he feels are appropriate.
And he's lying through his rabbit teeth. How long has Garland been in that position? Has he just been there? How long has he been in that position?
I mean, he's been there since Biden, right?
Since Biden. Since Biden. But so the DOJ and the FBI was hiding the information before he walked through the doors, right? If he's just been there since then. So they were hiding this information in 2019. And you know that the Biden crime family is there now, and they're most definitely going to keep that information hidden as long as possible. And now whistleblowers coming out and say, yes, there's documentation showing this.
Yeah. And listen, Will, one thing that they didn't talk about in that press conference was, it said, well, not press conference, but interview. Like it said, it includes a precise description of how an alleged criminal scheme was employed, as well as its purpose. And Comer and Grassley said, based on this very specific things within the document, it would appear that the DOJ and the FBI had enough information to determine the truth and accuracy of the information contained in it. So he's saying, listen, they should have done something about it. They should have started their own investigation based on what this whistleblower is telling us. But listen to this. However, it remains unclear that what steps, if any, were taken to investigate the matter. They wrote, significant public interest is assessing the FBI's response to this information, as well as growing concern about the DOJ and the FBI's track record of allowing political bias to infect their decision-making process. And that's why they are creating some congressional oversight over this information. This is ridiculous.
How damaging do you think it would be to the FBI and the DOJ to find out that they were hiding this information in 2019? Do you think, let me ask you, Shannon, do you think anything will come of it? Do you think it will be, something would happen to, I would think that something would happen, right? But
well, this
with
is just
all the corruption that we've been seeing, do you think anyone would be held accountable for it?
That's the big question. I mean, because this compounds even the truth that's coming out about the Biden laptop, saying that they literally hid the fact that it was a real thing. And so, I don't know who's over who and how it all works, but I think as long as Biden's in place, he'll do whatever he can to protect these people that are doing his dirty work.
Yeah, think about it. He did an executive order to hide the SARS reports. So why would he not say, hey, y'all need to wrap this up. Y'all need to keep this under the wraps as much as possible. And I talked about this earlier. If they can find this whistleblower, what do you think they'll do to him? Let me ask you, watching, what do you think they'll do to this whistleblower if they can find him? Actually have someone that's coming out snitching on Joe Biden with the crimes, the criminal activity that he was doing, and that the DOJ and the FBI knew about it and sat on it and did nothing? This is disturbing. This is your federal government. This is your federal government hiding information on purpose. And I've said this before too. It's mainly because the FBI, the DOJ, they answer to the Democrat Party. They don't answer to the people. They're not doing justice for, justice for everybody. Justice, liberty, justice. They don't care about justice. They don't care about the law.
Liberty, justice.
Liberty, justice.
That's a good word.
Liberty, justice, all together. They don't care. They don't care.
Yeah.
They truly do not care about doing the right thing, because if they did care about doing the right thing, they would have never gone to Twitter in the first place with $3 million plus and tried to hide the Hunter Biden laptop, saying that it was Russian propaganda. They would have never done that, but they did do that.
I think at the very least, their goal is to get the truth out, and perhaps maybe it will affect the election and how people feel about the Democrats and the crooked government that we have. I think that's the very least of their hopes, right?
But you know what? I know some Democrats as of right now today that you can show them this truth. Yeah. You can show them the full. I know personally Democrats that are in my life that I know that if you were to show them this truth, guess what would happen? They wouldn't care. They hate Trump that much. Joe Biden could take us into the World War III over fraudulent information, but they hate Trump so much they would rather the country go into World War III than to allow President Trump to remain in the White House.
Well, you know what? I think it
that.
even goes beyond Trump at this point. I think there's such a huge division between Republicans and Democrats that they won't even vote for any Republican. And I don't think any Republican would vote for a Democrat. That's seriously how divided we are on all issues. Straight down the middle.
Yeah, really. Okay, let me change it up. Let me talk about the southern border. The southern border, what is it? May 10th. May 10th. We just have a few
May
days.
7th, actually.
Is it May 7th? No, it's May 10th.
Okay,
it is
maybe.
May 10th. May 10th. Title 42 comes to an end, and Joe Biden is lifting it up, letting it go, and you have thousands upon thousands and thousands of people at the southern border right now migrating into the country. And Mayorkas has already said, don't apprehend them. Let them go. Let them come on in. Let them go. He actually said that. You have terrorists coming to the country. Let them go. They're doing this because they have an agenda. They need the chaos to happen in the United States of America because they're not getting Republicans to do it. See, they want you, the Republican, the conservative Christians, they want you to go out and be violent. But since you're not doing it, we'll import the violent ones to do it for them. I'm telling you, that's exactly what's happening here. That's part of the reason. Now, look at this. This was from MSSTD. That's what I call them, MSDNC. Listen, watch this, because they're actually talking about the border crisis. And for MSSTD to get involved in this and talk about how bad it really is, this really means it's really bad. It's been worse already. But now there's just like, okay, we cannot not talk about it. We have to go in and talk about it because it's really that bad.
I want to set the scene for you right here because there's an active scene right now. Paramedics just arrived, and as you can see over here, we're going to be careful because the street's been blocked off. There's a large crowd of migrants gathering over there that just called for paramedics because one of the migrants apparently suffered a medical episode after sleeping here overnight. Anna, this is pretty incredible. I've been here several months ago, but the number of migrants that are here significantly higher. It's not just this block. It extends for blocks and blocks. And again, this is an active scene, as my cameraman Alan Gillum can show. Let's walk over here and show just how many migrants extend on this end of the block. They slept here overnight, and local officials say that they are just overwhelmed. Again, the mayor declaring a state of emergency here.
Yeah, he's calling it a state of emergency. Really? You think? So who's actually doing this? Who's actually causing this? I'm going to tell you who's causing it. The Biden regime.
No, man.
The federal government.
Your
federal government. All of the Democrats, they all ignored this problem thinking that, well, maybe they just go away. And you know what? They didn't want to complete President Trump's border wall because they kept saying the border wall was racist. So they're like, well, you were saying it was racist, but you're going to complete it. So no, we're not going to complete it. They're going to allow this to happen. This is happening on our southern border. This is okay. Putting up a wall to deter this from happening, that's bad. Putting up a wall to prevent the fentanyl coming in the country, that's bad. Putting up a wall to stop the sex trafficking of children, that's bad. But allowing the fentanyl, allowing the sex trafficking, that's okay. Allowing this, what you see on the screen, this is okay. This is okay. Everything else, that's bad. Don't do anything to protect the sovereignty of the United States of America because that is bad. You can't do that because then that might just be racist because we don't want to look like we're racist. We don't want to look like what we were calling President Trump when President Trump was actually doing something to protect the American people. This just proves how the left right now constantly believes that America should come last. And President Trump was constantly saying that America first, America first, America first, unite America first. They all believe America last. And this is happening right here. They're allowing these people to come in. And then you're talking about the 1,500 military personnel that they're sending to the border. I have multiple reasons why I'm thinking that. Multiple reasons. Okay, you can get off the screen. Let's go to this next clip. This next one is with Karine Jean-Pierre. And just yesterday, right, I played this yesterday, and Karine Jean-Pierre is really trying to act like that the border crisis is like, I played it yesterday where she said it's like 90% down. You see all of those people on the street? But she's saying it's 90% down. What? And then Peter Doocy even asked her the question about her saying that statement. But I want to play this. Listen to what she said. And this was not yesterday. I think this was the day before yesterday. It was this week. But listen to what she said.
In a way that is that actually deals with what we're seeing at the border, and that's why you've seen the parolee program be so successful. It has when it comes to illegal migration, you've seen it come down by more than 90%, and that's because of the actions that this president has taken.
You hear that? She's saying that illegal immigration has come down 90% because of the action Joe Biden took. You hear that? So essentially what she's saying is that the illegal immigration coming into the country, what other illegal immigration would people be concerned about? What would they be concerned about? That's the only thing that they're concerned about. People concerned about what's happening on the border. El Paso is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So in the press conference, Peter Doocy asked Karine Jean-Pierre about the 1,500 military personnel going to the southern border. Listen to this.
That is happening.
Oh, my bad. Let me start over here.
The border is secure, as the administration has said. Then why would we need to send 1,500 active duty U.S. troops down there?
Because we need more work. We need more work needs to be done, Peter. We put forth a comprehensive immigration legislation, and Congress, Republicans in Congress refuse to act. And so the president has used the tools that he has in front of him to prepare ahead of Title 42 lifting. As you know, that is happening in the next couple of days. And so we are putting DHS, Department of State, is putting forth processes to deal with the changes that are going to be ahead of us. And so that is what's important here, and that's what you've been seeing for the past several months. You've heard from DHS, you've heard from the State Department on what we're putting in place to deal with the border once Title 42 lifts.
You said yesterday that when it comes to illegal migration, you've seen it come down by more than 90%. Where did that number come from?
I was speaking.
is telling us the number is.
I hear you. I'm about to answer.
136,000 people more.
I'm about to answer
fiscal
you.
Year so
if
far.
If the dramatics could come down just a little bit. If the dramatics could come down a little bit.
What's dramatic about asking a question about?
Okay, I'm going to answer. So I was speaking to the parolee program. As you know, the president put in place a parolee program to deal with certain countries on ways that we can limit illegal migration. And we have seen the data has shown us that it has gone down by more than 90%. That was what I was speaking to. No, we're going to go. We're going to move. Go ahead.
Listen, watch that, guys. Hey, everybody. Will stepped away for a minute, but you know what? It's sad. She does this all the time. She does not answer his question directly. We all know when she said 90%, she meant overall. This is a woman that also says that the border is secure, just like Mayorkas says it, just like Biden says it. They all are claiming the border is secure. So of course she's saying 90% of it has been stopped since Biden has put his certain things in place. But we know that it's not in order. And you know, the sad thing is when it comes to Title 42 ending, it's going to cause a dramatic burden on our border. And when I say our border, I mean the United States in general, because we know now that every state in America is a border state. The sad thing is now Biden is calling 1,500 troops down to the border, and they're not there to stop anything. They're basically going to be paper pushers, right? They're going to process these people and let them go free in America. That's pretty much what they do. But here's the thing. Listen to, we have a problem with the border where we now know that border agents have committed suicide and some of the burdens and stress that they are experiencing. Now listen, as Faulkner report brings out some concerns over what is going to be happening to our border agents in the next few weeks.
This is breaking news right now. ICE officers have advised of mandated 7-day work week beginning May 7th. We're outnumbered at the border. The president sent 1,500 people to help backstop paperwork. Our men and women are the best on the planet in the military. They could really do their jobs. They won't be allowed to fully do them. But you know who we are going to work the heck out of? The people who are already there. Per an ICE source, ICE officers were sent an email with this information yesterday. Here's a quote. We will be going to a 7-day work week. This change will start. And it gives like the military date for this. It's May 7th. Please see the guidance below in preparation for Title 42 sunset. Any questions, please get with the supervisor. Everyone, underlined, is on a mandated 7-day work week beginning May 7th, 2023 until further notice. If you are not needed on a particular day, then you will be asked not to come in the day prior or will be sent home early. As of now, scheduled leave will be honored. Keep in mind that due to operational needs, scheduled leave may be canceled at any time.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So can you imagine if you're a Border Patrol agent and you've already been stressed out like no tomorrow? And I mean, just it's really like killing you. And it's actually some Border Patrol agents have actually killed themselves. You understand that? Some Border Patrol agents have killed themselves because the conditions are so bad. But they don't care. They don't care. They don't even really talk about it. They don't even want to acknowledge that this is happening to these Border Patrol agents. Now they're going to make them work 7 days a week. So what happens if they had a loved one, you know, like a daughter that's getting ready to get married? Oh, sorry, daughter, I can't go because I have to go to the border. I can't come to your wedding. I can't walk you down the aisle. What happens if and these are already scheduled, right? What happens if your child is having a birthday or a loved one, you're going to visit a loved one or something happens? No, you can't go because the conditions are so bad.
You know what, Will? I bet that these border agents see their days off as mental health days. And now they're not even going to get that mental health break that is needed desperately. Conditions are going to be worse. Situations are going to be worse. And now we're asking them to give even more. It's like trying to get water out of a rock. You know what I mean? Like, we need more from you. And it's like, no, I need more from you.
Or they give you a rock and tell you it's bread. Man. That's what they're doing. Oh, because you believe in God. This rock is bread. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. Okay, let me play another one here. And before we go, because I have something really special for everyone that's watching tonight. Okay, it's really special. I have a special treat for everyone. Everyone's going to love this. But let me play this first. This is from my buddy Anthony Aguado. He lives in El Paso, and he's actually walking down the street documenting all of this. And I know it looks like a whole bunch of chaos in the screen there, but he's walking down the street. And he can't get on the sidewalk because there's people sleeping on the sidewalk. It's a lot of, look like maybe almost 100 people right here in this one section alone. So he walks on the street to walk past them. Well, guess what happens? A police officer gives him a citation. You can't make this stuff up. Gives him a citation because he's in the street. But there's other people walking in the street as well. But he gives Anthony Aguado the citation.
For what? That's on the roadway, sir. You're being detained right now.
Dude, I'm trying to get to the other side, man. Please. How do you expect me to do it?
Let me just see it. That's all I'm asking. You're detained right now.
Why am I being detained?
That's on the roadway. You're standing.
Is this a lawful order?
Yeah, it's a ticket. You're gonna get a citation.
A citation, bro?
I'm not your bro.
I'm not your bro. This is ridiculous.
Looks like for the delayed attachment.
You sound like a Democrat.
Ida Edward 54 is still out of Colorado with Lafayette PD, advising that it does have a black filter on the front bumper.
Is there your current address?
Yeah. Is it not my ID?
Cracked windshield.
So people walking in the streets, but he's giving him a ticket for being in the street, and he couldn't walk in the sidewalk.
This guy's a tyrant, guys. This guy's a tyrant. Aguas con Pedrosa. Aguas con este cura. This is crazy.
I always talk about woke cops.
Look at all these people out on the street.
Look at them. Just everyone in the street. Look, walking right past them in the street.
Yeah, sir, because I'm writing you a ticket.
Yeah. But
he giving him the ticket.
You're not doing shit while people are walking right in front of you too.
Look at that in the street. But gives him the ticket.
I hope he brings a video for the judge to see
you need to have that
how many
video.
other people he was just letting walk by.
I mean, why is he, honed in on him? All he's doing is document. He's reporting on it, right? That's the whole thing about the First Amendment, right? We should be able to report on stuff without being harassed by the cops. And most conservative Christians, Republicans, they support the men and women in blue.
You know what I would have said?
And to have this happening, come on.
I would have said, listen, you're putting me in danger by making me walk in the street because you won't clear the sidewalk where I can walk. So you are ignoring your job and you're putting me in danger. Now you're giving me a ticket.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. That's what's happening. Okay, we are at that point right now. Did we have anyone bless us on Facebook? Because I want to go to I have a special guest I want to bring on with me tonight. This young man is phenomenal. He's strong, conservative, Christian.
Okay, well, so we do have some blessings.
Let's go ahead and make the split screen real quick because I want to get y'all to flip on over to Rumble. But listen, I want to say thank you to the people who blessed us on Facebook and if anyone did on YouTube.
Okay, so we got April, Andrea, Donna, Chuck, and Ruby. And then on YouTube, Kevin became a member for 11 months. Kevin R. He's always over there supporting us.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kevin. Okay, everybody. Y'all see it right there on the screen. I have a special guest coming on with us. James, BCP, the original BCP, real BCP.
And he's so explosive, he got kicked off of YouTube.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that, too. We're going to talk about that briefly, too. We're going to talk okay, let's make it full screen. While we ended on YouTube and ended on Facebook, we're going to bring James on.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. For those that aren't crossing over, we will see you tomorrow night, same time.
Yeah, same time. Don't forget, set a mobile alert. All right. We're going to go ahead and do this.